welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, not much content recently, and I apologise for that. But here we go. I am back again with this Warhammer Total War 2 custom scenario, and it's actually part 1 of 2. So we've got like a little mini series going on here. So yeah, it's going to be good. Stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy it. So for this one it's the Empire versus the Tomb Kings, and I'll show you around in a second. Just thought I'd have this lovely little intro thing here going on. It's the Empire versus the Tomb Kings, and the Empire has been silly enough to wander into the Tomb Kings territory. So Karl Franz there, sitting on his lovely mount. I forget the name of him. I've been trying to remember him for ages, but I just cannot remember. But he looks amazing. But that's him sitting there. On top of him, Sigma Karl. He's even got his name on it. How arrogant is that? And he's brought along his wizard from the capital. He's a heavens wizard, and he's got 2 captains coming along with him as well. Because you need captains in a big army like this. You can't control that himself. Look at it all. What I'll do is I'll bring up everything specifically. You can see it better. There we go. And he's got 1 warrior priest with him too, to help inspire the troops. So, I am actually controlling the Empire, and they are quite weak in comparison. For the scenario's sake, you'll see what happens. I've got some spearmen here with shields. I've got full chevrons going on because I wanted the battle to last sort of as long as possible. Like it gives them a bit of a morale boost. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them coming along, all these guys with their little beards and whatnot. They're looking great. And then we come through, and I've brought some swordsmen along as well, just some normal swords infantry. Got 4 units of them. Continue through the line, through the march line. Some flagellants, I think they're flagellants. But we'll call them macemen. Crazy macemen. Yeah, crazy macemen. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of 5 units of them, I believe. Let's just double check. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 units of them. Behind them, still coming down the line, we've got some halberdiers, a little bit stronger. We've got I think it's 4 or 5 of them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, keep coming down. I've got some elite units here. I've got some great swords, but only 4 units of them. I say only 4. I've brought along some crossbowmen as well. 4 units of them. Just get through this real quick, guys, for you guys, so you can jump into the fight. I've got some Empire Knights as well. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Empire Knights, but in the back here, squished in the back of the line, I've got some Knights of the Blazing Sun with their blazing lances, looking all blazoned and pretty epic, to be fair. These are really good looking, cool looking guys. And I've actually brought what are they called again? Unit of Renown. Thank you. Yes, me. Some shock cavalry, the Royal Altdorf Griffites. Griffites? Yeah, Demogryph Knights, basically. They've come from the capital as well as the capital steam tank, one of the only few in existence from Altdorf. That's facing the wrong way. It's looking towards the pyramids. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. Turn around. What are you doing? Anyway, that will come along. So that is Karl Franz. His mission is to come along and sort out the Tomb Kings. He's thinking, you know what? These guys have been bothering me. I don't like them very much. I'm going to come along with an army, and I'm just going to take him out. He's been really arrogant. He's totally sallied out all of his forces from Altdorf on this massive long thing. They're all tired. They're all in the desert. They're all suffering heat attrition there. They're not very good. And Setra the Imperishable has noticed this. There he is here, sitting atop of his War Sphinx, I believe it is, or is it? I can't remember what the mount is called, to be quite honest. But it looks amazing. It looks pretty formidable. Let's see if I can get him. There he is, sitting on top with a big halberd. He's noticed this, and he's called upon his forces to merge from the sands and ambush. And this army, I believe, is controlled by a player called Yomega, so shout out to him. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, by the way. I will correct myself in the next video if that is the case. he was kind enough to help me out with this scenario and this range of scenarios. He's in the next fight as well. So he's bringing along some spearmen. He's got quite a balanced force as well, actually. He's not gone too OP, which is quite nice, but he's brought along some spearmen. He's quite spread out as well. He's got right over here. Let's start over here. He's got a necrotect just on foot, just out in the middle of. You see, he seems quite far away from everything, but that's not too bad. That's all right. He's got some tomb guards. He's got some Nehekara horsemen. He's brought along some skeletal archers as well. He's got 1, 2, 3. He's got about 3. Looks about 3 units of them on this side. He's also brought some Nehekara warriors, the dual sword skeleton infantry. They look pretty cool. I can't help but think they'd be really easy to kill, though. You know, like they just shatter the bone. Just, you know, hit the bones. Any blunt weapon would just absolutely annihilate these guys. But anyway, they're pretty good. They're quite strong. They deal a lot of damage. So he's got a couple of units of them. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a lot here. He's got some more spearmen there. He's got some more tomb guard with halberds. He's even brought some ordinary tomb guard, the larger shields. Some of them looking epic with that golden mask. I haven't actually seen that before. I've never really paid too much attention to these guys, but that golden mask is a really nice touch. I like that a lot. At the back, he's got some chariots, classic Egyptian style Tomb King's chariots. It's perfect. He's got some of them, even with the archer chariots and the Nehekara horsemen again. He has brought in 2 screaming skull catapults, as well as a casket of souls. These are a big problem for me in this fight. These are killer, especially this casket of souls. It's an absolutely beautiful looking artillery piece, and it's just completely not what you'd expect it to look like, any sort of artillery piece, but it looks fantastic. And as you can see in the background behind, he's brought in the Sphinx of Uzkef, the Necro-Sphinx. He's brought in a Necro-Sphinx and Kemrian War Sphinx, which is what Ketra's sitting on, or Setra's sitting on even, sorry. And he's even brought 2 Hyro Titans, which is very dangerous indeed. These are brilliant units. They're actually one of my favorite Tomb King units because of their magical abilities, and they're just so tanky, so tanky. So we have them. He also has another Tomb Prince here. I failed to mention. There's a Tomb Prince sitting on his chariot here. Looks like he's ready to call the army. He's already got his arm up, ready to go. And over here, he's brought some Ushapti. And Ushapti with great bows, the Eyes of the Desert, the Sepulchre Stalkers, and he's also got some Necropolis Knights. But that's not all, because on the other side, sorry these army comps are taking so long, but we're almost done. He's got 3 more units of Ushapti, looking very formidable there. He's also brought some Tomb Guard with 3 Tomb Guards, but 1 with halberds. His 4th unit, the Blessed Legion of Fahakth, of them. Blessed Legion of them, skeleton archers, and he's also brought another Kemrian War Sphinx on this side. Now, Karl Franz, let's start this game. Let's go. Karl Franz notices this big army emerge from the sands on top of the hill, and he's dumbfounded. He calls his captains to get the troops in line, and they do their best to set up some sort of defensive line before they hit. Oh, here we go. Oh, and the bombardment's already started. Swordsmen are heavy there. They've already lost about 13 men on that side. It's not good, but he tries rapidly to get his men in order. But because he's noticed all this up on this hill, he's not noticed any of these guys here at all. And he pretty much ignores them. Let's go into cinematics mode. Here comes another bombardment coming in. Are we ready for it? Oh, my halberds get hit real bad there. Karl Franz is just getting peppered by the Ushapti with the bows as well. And Setra is having no problem. And we've got a cav engagement coming up over here. Here we go. Ooh. Quickly send in my Empire Knights just to try and keep these guys sort of contained. These Necropolis Knights, and I'm hoping that they'll do a good job but he's getting fire support from his Ushabti with bows, and I even send in my Knights of the Blazing Sun and my Royal Outdoor Griffites. I've got my steam tank coming up as well, and I think I've got an easy fight here. I think I do. Anyway, that's like my determination of this fight. But because I keep my guys in prolonged melee, which is never a good idea for shock cav, because I'm too busy trying to sort everything out here, it's a quick fight here. So I send in my flagellants to quickly try and stop him from any sort of advancements and sort of pin him down so I can get the rest of my forces in order. I kind of use them as bait, as a sort of cannon fodder, so to speak. But even with that, I'm still getting peppered heavily with artillery, and I just can't seem to really do too much. This is interesting here. I send in my warrior priest to try and take care of his necrotect. So they're having a nice little duel here. He's getting whipped pretty hard. Oh dear. Ugh. I don't like that. He's not even using his sword, he's whipping him. And already I've got troops, as you can see, troops running away on the far side here. I've got a lot of my shock cav getting just beaten down to hell over here, and that's just that's like pretty much a game over. I send in my steam tank that's already getting absolutely annihilated by the Sphinx of Uzek, the Sphinx of that. I'll call him the Sphinx of that. And at this point, this game goes very quick, so we'll do a bit of slow-mo. Let you guys catch up with everything that's going on. So his army from the backside managed to run in and catch me by surprise. I've got my Empire captains, and I've even got Karl Franz doing what they can to sort of hold them back. And my lines, what was a battle line here, was completely just disintegrated into madness. And the whole battlefield just turns into complete chaos. And at this point, I think like there's not too much I can do. All my guys are too close to the fight. Let's watch this come in. Let's watch this come in. Big skull. Ooh. Oh, look at that. It was blown in two. It hit him so hard. It knocked him in two, and that guy's arm is gone. Oh dear, I don't think he's getting up. It's just a flesh wound, mate. It's just a flesh wound. Come on, you can do it. No? No? Okay, right, he's dead. So yeah, the whole battle just turns into complete anarchy. And the Tomb Kings have complete control. Utter control of the battlefield. And there's not much I can do. All my units are pinned down, bar a couple of units of simple spear infantry. And I send in my halberds to just try and make a strong battle sort of center line here. Something that, you know, my guys can sort of rally behind. But even then, he's got his chariots coming in. And he's even still, his Casket of Souls and his Screaming Skull Catapults, as well as his spare Khemrian War Sphinx, are still completely healthy and chilling out up on top of the hill, while my men are getting annihilated. Karl Franz does his best, and he comes in against the Blessed Legion of them, and he does a pretty good job. Despite these guys being quite formidable, they're only missile infantry, and Karl Franz is, well, he's Karl Franz. Look at him go. He looks epic. Kicking the shite out of these poor lads. Anyway, so that's that. We'll come up to main speed again. There's things happening everywhere. Things are getting a little bit laggy now because there's just so many troops in the field. Things are not looking good for me. You know, my guys who are running away are just getting beaten down even worse. However, over here, my warrior priest, he's doing good against this necrotect. And it looks like he's gonna beat him. He's beating him down pretty heavy. Despite he's getting his whip on. My warriors keep running away but rallying and running away and rallying, and at this point I send in my celestial wizard, who's just flying above the battlefield trying to do as much as he can. I send him towards the artillery to try and silence them because they're dealing just way too much damage. But again, it's only a wizard that's doing it. It's only my wizard. So he goes in, and he has... yeah, he's going against the Casket of Souls, but he's also got a Khemrian War Sphinx to deal with. And it's not good. It's not looking good already for my Celestial Wizard. Poor guy. He does his best. We'll quickly jump to this. We've already... so much happening that even a little bit of time, everything's just going crazy. My Warrior Priest unfortunately loses the battle and he breaks and he runs away, but you know he's got Tomb Guards with halberd, so it's just as well that he probably runs. Come over here. My forces, my great swords, are making a valiant stand along with my captain, and they seem to be doing okay against the Ushabti, but they're surrounded, and so their morale is absolutely killer. It's very, very low. I managed to get some of my crossbowmen away from the fight so they could do some distance fighting. Here's, I've got them here as well. I've got them distance fighting so they can do some damage from afar. Setra still looking absolutely fine, just wandering along the battlefield, trying to find people to kill now. Balance of power is way, way, way in their favour. I got absolutely annihilated in this fight. The whole thing is, it's predetermined. We know where this is going to go, guys. We know where this is going to go. Karl Franz, he got ambushed. He couldn't set his army up in time. He was just outclassed in every single way in this particular fight. But as I said, this is a two-parter, so this isn't over yet. This isn't over yet. Not for a long time. Yeah. So he takes care of that unit pretty well, and like he's almost full health. And with full health, I send him back. I'm like, great, I've got you. This is excellent. So what I do with Karl Franz is I send him into the center, and I'm going to try and take out Setra. Karl Franz thinks, you know what, my army's down, but at least I can take their leader with me. Let's do it. Come on, Karl. He comes in and he charges. Bam! And Setra's busy trying to take out some of my great swords. And there's Karl Franz squaring up to the Cambrian War Sphinx. And they have an epic battle of the titans and monsters in the center here. And I even send my Empire captain to try and help him out. And at this point, Setra's already taking a bit of a beating, and his morale really takes a hit. But Omega, he also sends in his Ushabti to support, because I've got my great swords there. And at this point, I pretty much have very, very little left. I've got some archers trying to run away. I have some spearmen here, all of them ready to break and run. The balance of power is pretty much in his favor, and at this point the only person I have left is Karl, but even he decides, you know what, with all this around, there was just no hope. There was no hope. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. My force flees into the desert. Karl Franz, he makes it out of there. One of my captains makes it out of there, he retreats. My poor war priest, I don't even know what happened to him, but I think he managed to get out of there as well. And Setra was victorious this day. What an absolute killer. Look at this. How many? Look, he's still got pretty much a full unit of Tomb Guard. Pretty much full unit. Yeah, he's got full units of Tomb Guard, still full units of archers. I didn't really cause much damage to him at all. Ushabti took a bit of a hit. Setra not even down to half. I still have my steam tank here though. This unbreakable steam tank. And that's the moment the steam tank breaks. And that's it. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And that was the first section and segment. And I lost. Yeah, Karl Franz is feeling pretty battered. His ego is bruised. But, you know, stay tuned. As I said, we have a second part to this. And please, 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 guys, like and subscribe. Tell folk everything about it. You know, every little helps. And also, if you wanna help me out, if you wanna have a couple of battles with me, if you got some ideas for scenarios, please feel, you know, things you want to see. Please feel free to message, comment, and let me know. You know, because the more I know, the more I can help you. Help me to help you guys. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you at part 2.